Right, you can see I got a shave today. As well, it's 11 o'clock and I decided to actually have some breakfast. I'm gonna have some eggs as always. I have 6 eggs in total, 3 whole eggs and 3 egg whites. Because we're gonna go to Berlin, and because of my off day today, I just decided to have some breakfast. You know, like I told you, you have to play it by how you feel and not always stick to, you know, this massive regime. I lost again. I'm 93.8, so back down, which is fine. That's just like I predicted it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, yesterday's session was really good. I pushed through a couple of plateaus already, so yeah, tomorrow hitting back nice and strong. Let me know how you guys are getting on the plan, and you know, are there any things you want to know? Leave a comment in the comment box below regarding this program. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys to Berlin today. Got everything, my hair's all over the place. I'm also eating this mustard, which is really hot mustard, but I love it. It's really nice. It's like a good condiment to have, but like I said before, make sure that you put that into your calorie allowance, because also some carbs in it. I mean, most of them have carbs in it, so make sure that you put it in. Just a little side note here. Alright everyone, so it's now 12:30 and we're next to the KDW, which is like a massive shopping center. It's a bit like Selfridges in London. And I want to show you that because it's where you get, you know, all the fancy stuff is going on there. Just have to cross the street and then we'll see what's going on. Yeah, indeed, it's really like Selfridges, more or less. It's the German Selfridges actually, which is really cool. So we'll see. I think upstairs they've got like a coffee shop, because I'd like to have a coffee. That would be awesome. So this is like where you get perfumes and all this stuff. You can see it. The KDW wasn't that much to see really. It's like Selfridges, like a massive sort of you know, shopping center. But where we're now is Nike Town. That is Nike Town, Berlin. So I know you can't film in there because the Germans, they always freak out, but yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a look. Yeah, so we're in Starbucks now, and I'm gonna get the iced Americano because you know, it's warm outside, and we'll see how the Germans do the iced Americano. You can see the actual food you get is already different to the UK. This is an iced Americano. There's nothing in it. No sugar, no nothing. You know, sometimes I prefer them actually cold. And sitting here in the sun in Berlin, it's actually quite nice. I'm chilling out here. But I'm thinking of answering some questions because you guys have loads of questions, so let's pick one. Alright, I've got 2 questions from Gus Fraba. And he says, Mark, I love your videos, awesome content, great, thank you very much. But he also says I've got 2 questions. First one is, so what's the best time to stretch? Now in terms of stretching, I made a whole stretching series which you can find basically on my channel, so just go there and check them out. I'll link them here as well in the video. The other thing is, he says, well, you know, I'm doing an upper and lower body routine right now, and he says I'm barely putting on weight. What do you think? And he's lifting since 6 months, and he gained like 7 kilos. Well, Gus, the thing is, what I think is happening as you gain weight, your body also needs more calories. It's very simple. So if you're still sticking to your diet, which you've been eating so far, all you really need to do is to slightly increase your calories and you will start gaining weight again. If you already put on 7 kilos, which is great, but I also would be interested, so what is sort of your goal? What do you kind of expect in terms of weight gain? And also, is this weight gain just, you know, was it lean muscle mass, or was it also a bit of fat? Just give us a bit more detail about that, but generally speaking, just eat a little bit more and then you're fine. Right, it's already 10 o'clock, it's late, but I've got one question I want to answer from Theo. He's saying, how much protein should I get from a supplement? Well, if you're asking me, you should take as less supplementation as possible. It doesn't matter if it's protein or any other supplementation in general, if it is necessary. There are very good reasons for it, because you never know what is in these supplementations, because at the moment they're not regulated, and so you have a hard time. You can't buy the big brands and hoping that everything is in there. But let's put all of that aside, and still there's a good reason not to take them. Because let's take protein as an example. If you ever drank a protein shake, have you been full up after that? No, you've not. Not really. I have never. I can put on 3, 4, 5, 10 scoops. I can drink the whole thing. I still feel like I can hork down a whole cow. Generally speaking, the problem with that is there's no fiber in it. There's nothing. It's just the actual protein. And to be fair, if it's something you need as an add-on because you can't hit your protein target, let's say 25 grams, it's not a big deal. I would say if you're vegetarian or if you've got problems hitting your protein target, take one of those shakes. But try to minimize that as best possible. Because at the end of the day, there's also something called bioavailability, so that your body's able to absorb the protein out of, sort of dairy products, meat and eggs and stuff better than it is out of plants. So for example, plants like broccoli and stuff, there's protein in it and your body is able to absorb it, or beans, or chickpeas and stuff like that. You will get or obtain the protein out of that, but just less as you will get it out of meat and eggs. But some people say, Mark, that's all bullshit. You will get the same amount of protein out of a broccoli as out of an egg. Do your own research, but in my opinion, that's not true. So therefore, if you are not a vegetarian, then you actually don't need any protein supplements, because you will be able to obtain all the protein you need from normal sources of food. Now, one last thing, I think why people like supplementations is because the macros are so nice, right? They say it's just 25% protein, 1 gram of carb, 0 fat. Awesome, let's work it down. But this is the thing. I'm just not, I know out of experience, taking just these protein shakes, I'm never happy with it. And yes, you will lose weight with them, because obviously, there's so much stuff you're not getting with them. At the end of the day, it is really your own preference. You need to make your decision if you want to take these supplements or not. In my opinion, if you're following me on this channel, I always say, stay away from them as much as possible. Only take them if necessary. And I also explain which ones you should take and which ones you shouldn't take. But I know protein is just a massive sort of industry and topic, and people, they always say high protein diets and so on. So yeah, in a nutshell, if you're a vegetarian, if you've got problems getting your protein intake, then I would suggest taking them. But just remember, they also have all these sweeteners like aspartame and all that stuff inside, which are also not great to take on a long-term basis. Let's say, well, Mark, yeah, Diet Coke has this, or Monster has aspartame in it. Yeah, I know, that's fine. But you're not drinking that on a daily basis. But if you need a supplementation like protein, and you're taking that over years and years and years because you never hit your protein target, just think about it. You're taking all the other sort of sweeteners and all this shit which is in that product to make it taste good. You're taking that on a long-term basis. Yeah, it's just something to think about. I mean, you can argue that on the other side, well, your chicken breast is full of, antibiotics. We never know. We're all going to die. Right, on the other hand, I wanted to thank a couple of people because my Patreon page is finally getting some traction. What is a Patreon page? I'll show you. I talked about this earlier, that I've got set up a page. Some of you guys who said, Mark, I love your channel, I want to support you, and I got 7 people who are sponsoring me with $54 a month, which is awesome, and my first target is 1,000, which you can see right here. So I wanted to give a shout out personally to every single one of these 7 patrons who are actually sponsoring me right now, and these are, one second, I'll be there in a second. Really appreciate that, and that is Dawn S, it's John S, it's Paul M, it's Mod Interiors, I will shout you out fully, it's Dan G, it's Katya, and Edward C. Now, Edward, thank you very much. You're pledging $25 every month. That is amazing. I'm really, I can't thank you more than that. I think it's crazy that people do that. But if you guys want to be, supporting me as well, here's a link to my page. Go there, and even $1, I'm happy with that. It's just something, as you know, I'm transitioning to online, so every little penny will help me. So if you want to help me, you know what to do. Thanks very much. It's already late, I need to go to bed. It's time to punch the like button, punch the subscribe button. See you guys tomorrow.
Like I predicted, guys, I had a massive weigh-in because I went out and had this Indian food that was quite fatty and carbs, so I'm not surprised, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just that this happens, you know, you can see it here as well, and I did that on my 1000 rep challenge as well.